Awesome program. It's Sports Center with Jay Onrait, brought to you by McDonald's as we get set for a week of sports fun. And I'm going to bring it to you. It's the second of a two-game set between the Jets and Canucks kicking us off. Winnipeg prevailed Friday. In fact, the Canucks, 2 wins in their last 10 going into Sunday. Their head coach, Travis Green, was asked what he was looking for from his team in this one.
Looking for a win.
Makes sense to me.
Here in the period, and there's that cross-check.
Flashback to Friday. 5 minutes to go in the third. 6 for 4, Derek Forbort with a few cross-checks to Nils Hoglander.
And then here we are with the goaltender out.
And then a minute to go, Forbort absolutely mauls
He's going to get full value for
the
that.
5'9" rookie,
And the mosh pit
resulting in a
ensues.
massive pileup. Opening frame of this one on Sunday night. Zach McEwen wants to drop the gloves with Forbort.
For Tyler Myers.
And
the gloves are off. Forward
this ends up being a pretty good little tilt here. And McEwen gets in some pretty impressive rights.
And he knows a big part of his role.
And yeah, the Canucks rookie is pretty happy about the response from his teammate. May have led to some good karma a minute later. Brandon Sutter. Who scores? Canucks 8-1-1 when they score first this season. Sutter has 6 on the year. Later in the frame,
A lot of it is because of the Canucks have made
point shot goes off a bunch of bodies like a Plinko chip, and eventually Elias Pettersson will go shell. Will he go shell?
Pettersson at the side of the net.
Oh, between his legs went shell. That was nifty. Come on.
The 6th of the year for Elias Pettersson, who
Oh,
did
man,
have a
he's
slow
good.
start.
Canucks
Just 2
up 2-0
points in his
heading
first
to the second.
8 games.
What I
Now
did
this
not get a chance to mention is that Pierre-Luc Dubois was back at the Jets lineup, missed 4 games with a lower body injury.
I'm ready to go. I was ready to go 2 weeks ago and, played those 2 games and then missing some time again. I've never been more ready to go. So, whatever minutes, whatever role I have tonight and in the next upcoming games, I'm ready for it.
And Dubois on a line with Blake Wheeler and Mark Scheifele. Is that a decent line or what? Wheeler, Dubois, first as a Jet. That's Wheeler, Dubois, 22 years old. Oh, he's a good one. Cuts that lead in half.
For a long time, a nice job from the
Montreal, Ottawa. Montreal comes in having dropped 4 of their last 6, including a loss to the Leafs Saturday after 6 days off. Their coach not thrilled about that.
We could have won this game, but we shot ourselves in the foot with those kind of mistakes, so that's on us. And no, I don't think we should sit here and say it's acceptable after being off for a week.
Early first. Nick Suzuki helps force a turnover. Here comes the power horse, Josh Anderson. And he'll get it back to Suzuki, and Suzuki with the wrist, or what a beaut, past Matt Murray. So the Habs open the scoring just over a minute in, but then about 10 minutes to go in the first break, Batherson toe drag and in. What happens? Actually went off a Habs stick and just floated over top of Jake Allen. Couldn't get to it. Ties the game at 1. And we're going to skip to the third period. We're just going to forget about the second. We're just going to forget about it. Nikita Zaitsev for the point. Josh Norris with the tip. And it's basically the same puck trajectory. And Norris is going to get credit for this one. Norris, by the way, tied for the league lead in rookie points. 2-1 Ottawa, 6 minutes to go. It is Corey Perry, the former Hart Trophy winner, the native of Peterborough, Ontario. I guess I have to say that now. Toe drags around Matt Murray and scores. How about that? Perry, the veteran, sends it to OT, and Anderson with the turnover. Brady Tkachuk. Oh, what a save by Allen. Jake Allen baking out. I was probably baking out too much over the weekend. That's why I'm struggling here. So there you go. Tkachuk doesn't score there, but Tkachuk with the puck here banks it off of Alexander Romanov, gets it back, and buries it. Third career OT winner. Montreal has now lost 5 of their last 7. Yeah, huge win for the Sens, for Montreal. Wow, in contests, they've scored Well, they've had to run a bit of a lull the last 5 games. They've dropped 4 of their last 5. In those games, they've scored just 9 goals, have not found the back of the net on the power play. They are 9 back of the Leafs for first in the Gord Downie division, though they do have 2 games in hand. They'll face the Sens again Tuesday. And by the way, Ottawa has won 2 of 3 meetings between these 2 teams this year. Philadelphia native Kyle Lowry missed his 3rd straight game for the Raptors Sunday with an injured thumb. This one against his hometown Sixers. Now, Philly is tops in the East. Their center Joel Embiid is an MVP candidate. But Embiid ran into another big man Sunday, Chris Boucher, Canadian. Prior to the game,
not there to guard Joel
Embiid and
One
Lowry.
guy not to play against him tonight is Kyle Lowry. They're having a little bit of fun in the pregame.
Yeah, they're having a little bit of fun.
Kyle's saying that school there. I'm just.
By the way, Toronto's won
loading
16 straight games Kyle Lowry has missed. Don't read anything into that, but that's just a fact. Fred VanVleet.
Fred turns, fires, and it's good! Because his name is Fred VanVleet, and he's from Rockford, Illinois! Bet on yourself, Freddie!
Freddie, circus 3, and then conventional 3, and then step back 3. Okay. Freddie, 13 of 23 in the opening quarter. Toronto closed it out on a 16-0 run. Now, Embiid had a career-high 50 points on Friday. But he was limited to just 3 first-half field goals in this one. 3rd quarter, Embiid working against Boucher, gets the better of him there. Sixers were up by as many as 13, but Boucher had an answer. Still in the 3rd, VanVleet strips Embiid of the basketball and eventually finds Boucher for the open 3. Part of a 12-0 Raptors run. They were down just 1 heading into the 4th. 8 to go in the game. DeAndre Bembry to Boucher, and he made 5 3-pointers, matching a career high, each one coming after halftime. Later, Terrence Davis the miss. Boucher has got the rebound and the putback. He had 17 points in 25 minutes, and he got the last laugh on Embiid.
His 14th. Simmons
chasing him down for the block. Embiid had 25, but was just 6 of 20 for the field. The Raptors get the win. After the game, Nick Nurse trying to get VanVleet to the All-Star game.
He doesn't maybe look like he's the greatest athlete, and he doesn't maybe go north and south with great speed, but he does move side to side. Again, quick hands, and he's got great anticipation. So, you know, his feet and his hands and his IQ help him get in that position. I thought he looked like an all-star tonight.
Of course, I feel like I'm an all-star, and I'm a confident guy. I don't work this hard to not feel that way. I don't play the way that I play to not feel that way. So, of course, I would love to be an all-star. I would love to have the respect of the coaches in the league. If not, then I'll probably be on the beach somewhere for those couple of days.
Seems like a win-win situation for Fred VanVleet. On January the 11th, the Raptors were last in the association, but after a 14-7 stretch, they are up to 5th in the East. They are 12th in the NBA overall. They'll host the Sixers again Tuesday. Toronto's won 16 straight regular season home games against Philly. The home is now 10. Oh, we're just getting started. They waited for the sun to go down so the stars could come out. Highlights from the second Lake Tahoe game coming up. SportsCenter with Jay Onrait, brought to you by McDonald's on TSN, Canada's sports leader. You're watching SportsCenter with Jay Onrait, brought to you by McDonald's. It's the second outdoor game from Lake Tahoe. Saturday's game delayed 8 hours because, well, they tried to play it too early. Too sunny. Ice melty. Not good. So they moved puck drop back till an hour before sunset on Sunday, and they arrived in all Sun Ice apparel. All Sun Ice apparel. Reference to, oh yes, Dumb and Dumber. Nice. I gotta say, they look great. Pasternak rocking the Randy Macho Man Savage sunglasses. Less than a minute in. Brad Marchand gonna get it over to Pasternak, and he'll score his 4th goal in 3 games against the Flyers this season. Looks pretty cool, right? The sun reflecting off the ice. Less than a minute to go in the second period. Sun Ice. That's how Sun Ice. That must be how they came up with their name. Later, Pasternak. What a shot. Second of the game, 8th of the season. Cool replay. And then Mike Tirico giving us a feel for the unique setting on the golf course at Lake Tahoe.
4 minutes left. Provorov walks the line, snaps one deflected onto the 18th green. So we'll use our golf voice to step out. The pressure on Clifton, who's done a lot of work on this right point in this second period. The cross-ice feed to Frederick. Snaps one. He scores! Over the glove. Trent Frederick with his first career goal. What a moment and what a setting to get it.
As you can. See what happens from there.
Pasternak going for the hat trick. He scores! And David Pasternak with the hat trick here in Lake Tahoe.
Mike Tirico, he's a hockey guy now. Pasternak's second career hat trick against the Flyers as Boston ties an outdoor game record with 7 goals.
The opportunity.
Alex Ovechkin, goalless in his last 4 games. His Capitals hosting the Devils. Ovi, you worried about not scoring?
When you feel the puck, when you like make some plays, score goals, make some big plays, you feel comfortable.
Okay, I see what he's saying there. So we pick it up in the third period. We're tied at 2. Washington's on the power play. TJ Oshie, high slot. Ovi with the screen. Real nice screen, too. Makes it 3-2 Washington in those reverse retros that we kind of feel they should go with full time. Just over 3 to play.
7-12 in his career.
And the 262nd power play goal of his career. Nice feed from Oshie and Nick Backstrom. So the Caps take it, and with that 712th goal, Alex Ovechkin moving 6 shy of Phil Esposito of Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, for the 6th most goals in National Hockey League history. He's only 182 from tying Wayne Gretzky for the most goals scored in NHL history. Leafs goalie Jack Campbell practiced with his teammates Sunday. Campbell's been dealing with a lower body injury, hasn't played in nearly a month, says he feels good, but he's unsure when he'll return to game action. There's Alex Galchenyuk, still waiting to crack the Leaf lineup. Acquired last Monday from Carolina, spoke to the media for the first time as a Maple Leaf, was asked about being traded twice in 3 days.
Pretty wild couple days, so it was definitely a big weekend, and I turned 27 too at that time, so it was a lot of big couple days. Moved around a few places, and like I said, we can sit here and talk all day about the career and what turns and how we keep going, but that's not where my head is. My head is here, and really excited to be here and go out there and compete.
Yeah, how do you crack this Leaf lineup right now? They're playing so good. Coming off that win over Montreal Saturday, they will take on the Flames. Coming off a loss to Edmonton Saturday, it's Molson Canadian Leafs hockey. That's tonight at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time in the Leafs region. I said the Lakers-Nets game last Thursday was a possible NBA Finals preview, but with no Anthony Davis, Brooklyn made easy work of LeBron and company. So what about Sunday night's Clippers-Nets matchup? Would Brooklyn make it 7-0 against the Pacific Division teams this season? Kyrie Irving with the bounce.
Hard to deliver that pass with quickness.
Nets have their largest lead. Batum misses. Harris finds the cutter. Oh, Kyrie Irving going upstairs.
Kyrie has more dunks this season than former dunk contest champ Blake Griffin. Let's go to the fourth quarter. Clippers get a good look for Nick Batum. Clippers owner Steve Ballmer watches the miss. DeAndre Jordan hauls in the rebound, draws the foul. Yeah, Steve Ballmer. I don't know about the white pants. Then with DeAndre at the stripe, Ballmer trying to get into his head. Doesn't work the first time. Work there. It's a small victory for a man worth $20 billion. And his team lost. All right, Timberwolves taking on the Knicks. There's Ryan Saunders, Timberwolves head coach, going against one of the best defenses in the league. Tom Thibodeau doing a great job with the Knicks in that department. Eventually, Derrick Rose is going to come away with this one and find the Canadian RJ Barrett. Knicks held Minnesota to just 18 points in the first quarter. All-star reserves will be named Tuesday. Julius Randle, the and one basket here. Julius Randle really having a breakout season, a most improved player candidate type of season. He had 25 and 14 rebounds, fourth quarter. Knicks down 1-2 to go. Nerlens Noel, the big block on Karl Anthony Towns. And then at the other end, RJ Barrett.
2 minutes remaining.
Canadian, 2 of his 21. Minnesota loses. They fall to 7 and 24. And right after the game, they fired their head coach, Ryan Saunders. T-Wolves went 43-95 in 2+ seasons with Saunders as their head coach, and reports say Minnesota will hire Raptors assistant coach Chris Finch as his replacement, and they expect to have a multi-year contract finalized Monday. This is not an interim coach thing. He would be the permanent head coach with a multi-year. Pretty amazing stuff, and that's Woj and Shams reporting that, so you can pretty much say that's going to happen for sure. Celts Pellies, J.J. Redick draws a foul. Kind of flips the ball back to the ref. They kick him out. That's pretty cheeky. That's pretty cheesy for a veteran like J.J. Redick. Come on, Boston up 24 at one point on the Pellies. Down 1 now, 15 seconds to go. Jason Tatum from the strike puts the Celtics back up by 1. Next possession, Zion. Tristan Thompson, also a Canadian, just cannot stop this guy. No chance. Zion had 28. Celtics with the ball, 5 seconds to play. Tatum coming up clutch.
Unflappable.
He had a team-high 32, forcing an extra frame under a minute to play. Celts up 1.
Drives to his left.
Brandon Ingram, beautiful stuff, draws the foul after making the first to tie it. Daniel Tyson, Nicola Melli had a double lane violation, so the made free throw is waved off. That results in a jump ball. The Pellies would win that jump ball. And then Ingram from deep. It's a 4-point possession for New Orleans. Ingram, excellent player. He had 33. Pelicans' biggest comeback in their franchise's history. I got to say, this show has been sensational, and it's our first of the week. Still to come, a wild finish at Riviera as the Genesis Invitational forced to go to extra holes. That's coming up. SportsCenter with Jay Onrait, brought to you by McDonald's. You're watching the Jay Onrait television program.
Both teams have had some struggles.
There's Canadian Jamal Murray from Kitchener, Ontario, coming off a 50-point night Friday against the Cavs.
Now Murray against
and he was hot again on Sunday. Nice move to get around Trae Young and the foul. Murray averaging just over 31 points over his last 6. Second quarter, Trae Young, 2 former NHL COO John Collins. Third quarter, Young. What do we got, the Fox Tracks thing going now? The glowing puck? Trae Young had 35 points and 15 assists. Man, he's good, but Murray might be better. Step back 3, finish with 30 in the game. 3 of 8 from downtown. Oh, but it's actually the Hawks who got the victory.
Now with 29.
Bucks hosting Sacramento. Giannis and older brother Thanasis.
Knows how to work.
Antetokounmpo.
That is what he's given.
They love playing on the same team. First quarter. Turnover. Giannis. Yeah, Marvin Bagley can't do anything about that dunk. Thanasis. Right, he's excited. Third quarter, Thanasis.
And then he tips it out to
throws it down, and Giannis is fired up. A Fenesto, Pelicalo. Those are the only 2 points by Thanasis. And then Antetokounmpo. Oh, the big block.
Thanasis knocks that away.
Former Defensive Player of the Year.
Kyle Guy to the basket.
Oh, no, that was Thanasis with the block.
Taking the
And
responsibility.
that's Giannis going to his feet. There we go. And then Giannis 3 of his 38. Back to Thanasis. This is the Giannis Thanasis highlight pack. And the Bucks get the victory over the Kings. Milwaukee 18-13. Tony Finau has exactly one PGA Tour victory to his credit, the 2016 Puerto Rico Open. But you'd be forgiven for thinking he must have won more. He always seems to be in the top 10. He's gained the unfortunate reputation of not being able to close it out on Sunday. And he was tied for the lead on 18 with Max Homa on Sunday.
I'm going to make it easy. Hit it to 3 feet.
Oh, my God. Oh, what a call. Wow. 3 feet it is.
All right, so Max Homa needs this for his second career tour win. Little 3-footer, lips it out. Oh, that's devastating. So guess what, Tony Finau? You're in a playoff with Homa. Homa's second on the par 4 10th against the tree trunk. A lot of eucalyptus trees at Riviera. Smells absolutely beautiful. And how about that? Gets it onto the putting surface. Finau, though, had this to win the tournament. Oh, he just can't close it out on Sunday. We're up to his second playoff hole. Par 3 14th, Finau on the tee. Looks like he hooks it into the bunker. So Homa now, little tee shot. He grew up 30 miles from Riviera. Regularly came with his family to watch the pros. This is nice and close. So now Finau needs this par putt to stay alive and extend it. And Max Homa, second PGA Tour win in his home state, emotional afterwards. And he was presented the trophy by tournament host and his idol, Tiger Woods.
Whew, sorry. Been watching this tournament my whole life. Why I fell in love with golf. Wow, didn't think I'd be like this. Tiger, another reason I'm into golf. Had good feelings this week. Been playing great. City of Champions now. Dodgers, Lakers, me now. So it's a weird feeling.
What does it feel like knowing Tiger Woods is going to be handing you this trophy now?
I might have to apologize to him. You're not supposed to miss a 3-footer in front of Tiger Woods. Yeah, I saw Tiger the other day. I was too scared to talk to him, but he's forced into talking to me today. So it's going to be a pretty awesome moment.
Now, after the victory, Homa took to Twitter, still amazed by his chance to meet Tiger after his second PGA Tour victory. And Tiger joined Jim Nantz during the final round to provide an update on his health following back surgery. And Nantz asked if he'd be playing in the Masters in less than 2 months.
Gotta hope so. I got to get there first.
You feel like
a lot of it is based on my surgeons and my doctors and my therapists, and making sure that I do it correctly. And this is the only back I got, so I don't have much more wiggle room left there.
But the plan would be maybe to get one tournament in before that, I guess?
I don't know what the plan is. Plan is right now is just to go ahead and get the MRI and see if the annulus is sealed and if it's scarred over, then we can start progressing.
Scotty's Tournament of Hearts, draw 6. PEI skipped by Suzanne Burt, taking on Laurie St. George and her Quebec rink. 9th end. PEI is up 6-2, but they're in trouble here. They're facing 4 Quebec rocks.
For the skipper, get rid of
Burt
2.
trying the double, trying to limit the damage, only gets 1, leaving the shooter open, so it's a hit and stick opportunity for 4 for Laurie St. George, who looks like Elsa from Frozen.
Sit right there. Put 4 on the board.
No mistake. Count 4. We're tied at 6. Final end. Burt facing a couple needs a huge chunk of the 8 foot.
Leading 6-2. Keep it going. Take it for all it's got. Keep it going, ladies. Keep it going. Don't let it rub. Oh, and she's going to crash on top. Not enough.
Oh, it's so cool to hear Vic calling curling, isn't it? Quebec coming all the way back to steal the victory. I'm like Elsa. She's like a living version of Elsa. Draw 7 at the Scotties.
One of the most generous.
Friend of this program, Rachel Homan, and her 2-0 Ontario rink taking on the 3-0 Alberta rink, skipped by Laura Walker. Third end tied at 1. Walker trying the quiet tap for the single point.
Just has to
How about
touch it a little bit
this
for the
touch
point, and that will be enough.
from the skip. Perfect. Alberta up 2-1. Eighth end, Ontario down 4-3.
Lead here.
Holman.
Gotta get it by
A
there.
little light crashes. Ontario has to settle for a single point, so it's tied at 4 through 8. 10th end, Ontario down 5-4. Holman's first with hammer, facing a couple.
19, Jones and Carey.
Gets both of those yellows out of there.
Yeah.
Walker does have a chance to bury a draw
Okay, maybe
But it's going to be
and
crashing
steal
all
or
over
forced
that
to a single,
guard,
but Walker's
and that
last.
will be the
That's all over the guard. Holman and Ontario escape with 2 points. They take it 6-5 the final. The Scotties continues Monday, today. If you're hanging out at home, it's a wonderful way to spend time, just listening to Vic and Brian and everybody, and just relaxing, watching curling, 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Just one day after 21-year-old Toni Breedinger made history by becoming the first female Arab American to make her debut at Daytona International Speedway in the Camping World Truck Series, a series she aspires to race in. The NASCAR Cup Series returned to Daytona in the road course. Chase Elliott so good on the road. He won the inaugural Daytona road course race last year. 30 laps to go.
Easy to make a mistake.
Chase Elliott led for 26 laps early on. Now chasing Christopher Bell makes the pass off the turn to retake the lead. And after a lengthy pit stop for the 19, trouble for Elliott. Look at him in the grass there. Get out of the grass.
Oh my goodness.
Gets back on the track. Remains in the top 10, but it would get worse for Elliott. 6 to go. Tries to slide in between Brad Keselowski and Denny Hamlin. Gets spun out. He got spun out. He'd finished 21st, and that would open the door for Christopher Bell.
Oh, man,
2 laps to go.
No, not so.
He's going to squeeze by Joey Logano.
Logano doesn't have the brakes.
And Christopher Bell, with his first career NASCAR Cup Series victory in the O'Reilly Auto Parts 253. All right, switching it up, it's the She Believes Cup, a 4 Nations women's soccer tournament. Canada taking a knee for the second straight game for their national anthem, taking on Argentina. Jessie Fleming, the header, and the Argentinian keeper gets back to make the save. Canada was shut out in their opening game against the United States, though they played very well. Janine Becky to Adriana Leon. Sails it over the net. Canada still looking for its first goal of the tourney. Stoppage time. One last opportunity. Argentina can't clear it. And there is Sarah Stratigakis. Sarah Stratigakis scores it for Canada. So the youngsters, Bev Priestman, the new head coach of the Canadian women's national team, said it. We're going to need more scoring from the youngsters. Stratigakis goes to the University of Michigan. Woodbridge native. Now, before we go to break, I mentioned we were going to show you David Pastrnak, and I always keep my promises. Here he is embracing the 90s vibe after the Bruins beat the Flyers in Lake Tahoe Sunday.
Well, we were listening Barbie Girl before you guys asked me to the media, so I was kind of dancing with his glasses out in the locker room, and then you guys ruined it, and I had to go answer the question, so I missed the Barbie Girl song, and, you know, who knows what's going to be on when I come back.
Now, this is cool. That is Letitia Amy here from Mississauga, Ontario. Yep, Canadian. She's averaging over 6 points a game for the South Carolina Gamecocks, the second-ranked women's team in the United States. They were taking on Kentucky. She grabs the rebound, Emmy here, and gets the putback. She had 4 points, 7 boards at the half, third quarter. Emmy here, again from Mississauga.
Here's Howard, zigging, zagging, dishing.
Big block. And then in the fourth quarter, she's going to hit the little runner off glass. 2 points shy of a double-double. Takes the feed down low, lays it in. Third double-double this season from Mississauga, where Gino Reda spent decades of his life. Well, it's been 2 weeks now, and we still haven't settled on a new name for the Jannies. So please keep your suggestions coming and keep them weird. Today's suggestion comes from a former TSN employee, a beloved employee here at the network, Eric Humber, who now lives in Newfoundland. It's On Rights and Wrongs. And what Eric Humber knows, because he is a fan of this television program, is that the Jannies were always great plays and not so great plays. So great plays like that from Fred VanVleet, but also not so great plays. Maybe we'll get to those later. Here's another great play. Drake Batherson, toe drag and scores. Love this goal, love the toe drag. It actually went off a stick and over Jake Allen. You know, off a Habs stick, it appears. Allen could not swipe at it in time. Okay, Nuggets and Hawks. Denver backup point guard Facundo Campazzo tries the flashy jump pass and ends up hitting Isaiah Hartenstein in the face, allowing us to use our popular SportsCenter with Jay Onrait catchphrase, "That's using your face." Celts and Pellies, this bothers me. JJ Redick. In no way was he throwing that ball at that ref. He was throwing it, he was trying to bounce it to him, and then he gets the boot. And Redick's a veteran. Like, I could see if it's a rookie and you made a mistake, but that's just not cool. That ref really blew it. Nuggets, Hawks, Kevin Purdy trying to find John Collins. See, this is what I'm saying, and this is why On Rights and Wrongs might be a good permanent name for this segment, because there are wrongs in this segment. There's some good plays and some bad plays. Zion bullying Tristan Thompson. Tristan Thompson, of course, with Khloe Kardashian. I think they're back together, living in Boston. Maybe they have a nice house in Cambridge. Their kids will go to MIT, like Noah Chomsky, Jamal Murray, Nikola Jokic. Again, On Rights and Wrongs. There's been some good plays, like that Zion play. There've been some bad ones as well. That was fun. I liked On Rights and Wrongs. Trying to decide which one I like best. We'll keep the suggestions coming. We're going to be back with the highlight of the night after this. Highlight of the night time from last night's Montreal-Ottawa game. It is Corey Perry, 35 years young. Gorgeous goal, getting around Eric Goodbranson, beating Matt Murray. But it's the Sens who got the last laugh and the victory in overtime, thanks to a goal from Brady Tkachuk. That is your highlight of the night. I messed up, and thanks to Nick Zotoff of Vancouver pointing out, I said those W jerseys that Washington was wearing on Sunday were their reverse retros. They weren't. Karen, can we see the reverse retros? Those are the reverse retros. So I messed that one up. So thank you, Nick, for pointing that out. And also wanted to mention that we have a pretty big game coming up tonight on TSN in the Leafs region. And to tell you all about it, here's Matt Devlin and Jack Armstrong.
Molson Canadian Leafs hockey on TSN continues tomorrow.
Bring it, Matty D.
Matthew Tkachuk and the Flames